All right guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I've got a good one for you. One that needs to be talked about, one that I don't see often. This is important. You're gonna wanna stick around here. We wanna put two offsets, one on this side and one on this side. We need them both to be going the right way. So stick around, I'm gonna show you exactly how to accomplish that. So just so that we are all on the same page, this piece of pipe is 54 inches. Now, there are times when you won't put two box offsets, one on each side, because the pipe might be too short. And it's hard to get a box offset on a very short piece of pipe. Now, they do make the box offset benders for you, but we're not doing that. We're gonna do it the old school way, because technically, I've only seen in my career one person that was here ever use those. They were nice, I'm not taking anything from them. But, I mean, do you want to carry an extra piece of equipment everywhere you go? So we're going to show you how to do it on the bender, half-inch EMT bender. I'm going to show you the way to do it with math, and I'm also going to show you a trick, a very good, not really a trick, but a tip I should say, of how to make sure that both of the offsets are going the exact same way on a long piece of pipe, because sometimes you may have 8-10 feet where you need to put offsets on both ends so you have them and they're both going the same way so it doesn't look like it's rolled. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, the first thing we need to do is put a box offset on here. Now, easiest way to do this, we're gonna do this with math. I've done other video with a way not to use math, but for this video, we're definitely using math. So who remembers the measurements? Is it 2 and 6? 2 and 8, 2 and 10, what is it? And why is it that? Now, all that is explained in another video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark my pipe. I'm going to bend this box offset off the camera, because we've already done this. Then I'm gonna show you how to put it in this box to make sure that the other side is exactly correct. So I will see you back here in about, welcome back. All right, here it is. I have it bent off camera. Now, if you remember, I told you before, I put a mark right here and I put a circle around here. That way I know where my reference points are. Now, I do understand that we're not gonna put Sharpie because nobody likes Sharpie, but would you think you'd be able to see a pencil mark on here if I did it on pencil on the video? Probably not. So Sharpie is okay while you're learning, in my opinion. We do it here in class, you know, that way you never lose your reference point. Pencil is always preferred though, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm gonna show you a couple ways to make sure that when you bend this offset, that the other side looks exactly right. I'm also gonna give you a couple tips later on, like I mentioned, so you definitely wanna stick around for this video. But here is one tip I'm gonna tell you right now, before I put this on the table and show you how you can do it flawlessly without any issues. All right, so you get a piece of wire and you over-exaggerate your bends. So we're gonna say that this is your box offset right here, even though it's way bigger. So you know that if you're on the ground, the bender is standing up. So your bender looks like this. You're standing up, you're putting in the bender like this. What you need to make sure is you need to look at it a couple times. So we'll put it in with the offset going downhill. Can you see it going downhill? We'll make it like this. So if you're standing up and you're bending, so we'll say we'll bend and we'll bend. And then you can see, maybe not, yeah you can. You can see how it is not going the right way. So you know that's not right. So we'll re-bend this. So now we'll put it in the bender with the offset looking up, because you're gonna be standing up. So it's looking up, we're gonna pull it down, we're gonna flip it over 180 degrees, we're gonna bend it over, and boom. Now that's what we want. You see how they're both going exactly the same way? Hopefully you can see that. So we do know that when we put it in the bender, that when we put this particular bend in the bender, we need that to be looking straight up. So now this looking up, just like I did on that piece of pipe, or on that wire, and then we'll pull it and we'll bend it. Now, here's another way you can do it. This is the way that I was taught. Obviously the wire works great, but the way that I was taught is this right here. Let me show you. So you take your pipe and you stick it in your conduit like so. All right, and what happens is you need to make sure that you Get this exactly the way you want it. Now this is a two-step process, I understand. Now eventually you won't have to come over here and tighten this up because you'll know from the other end if it is right or left or perfectly however you want it. Then you're going to have to go to the other end, which I'll show you here in a second, and you have to mark it. Let me show you how that looks like. All right, we know we want this box to be right here. So we know that we're going to have a box offset on here. Now, the easiest way to do this is we know that this is exact spot we need. We know that looking down this whole entire pipe here, that right and left, it's perfect. So what we need to do is we need to put our box or whatever we're doing right here, and we're going to put a line right here on the top, right here, to mark that that is where we need to put it in the bender. And now I'll tell you what that means here in a second, because this is important. So that mark right there designates your spot. Now, say you go to break, say you go to lunch, say it's the end of the day, and tomorrow when you come back, all you gotta do, because you marked it, you know exactly where that is. So you don't have to think about it. You just come back, you take it loose from over there in that connector, and I'll show you how to do this. So once again, new day, let's just say, or after break or whatever the case may be, and you're getting ready to bend this. Now, if you look at this bender right here on the top, this seam right here, right there, designates the center of this bend. Almost every single bender that I've ever had has some sort of a seam on it. Now, if not, you'll just have to, gauge it. But you can see it right there. Right here on the seam right there. Now, that seam is important for this reason right here. Because when you take this piece of pipe, conduit, whatever you want to say, all you got to do is make sure, so I've already put my marks on here if you can see them. I did that off camera, so it takes away a step. But we know that that seam, when you look down this seam right here, you've got to line it up with this black mark, and you know that no matter what, that is where you need to bend. So you look here, the seam is lined up with the mark. You don't even have to look back behind here because you already know that you're straight. So we'll make sure that all my marks are correct. The seam is up, and we'll bend this. All right, let's put it in and see. All right, let's see what happens. So we do know that right here is my mark. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bend in that I do know works perfectly fine. All right, there it is. And here is the other box. We're gonna see what happens. We stick it in here. We know that we need to roll it up, boom. And that is all we need to do. We need to screw it down to the table. Obviously this table's got a hump in it. I know you can't see it, but I'm just telling you straight up that this bend is completely fine. So anyway, put a strap or two on it, boom. Put your box down and you're ready to go. Super easy. And if you look at the bends, which I'm going to show you here in a second, you'll see that they are perfect. I'm going to go ahead and strap it down before I show you real quick. All right, and there you have it. Now, I didn't put a strap on, I just put the box into the wood, but you can see that the whole entire conduit looks fantastic, guys. Both of them are going exactly the same. There's that one. And then there's this one. They're both going exactly the same way. Both of them are not rolled. It just looks really, really good. So there you have it. It's that easy, guys. It is literally that easy. That's all you have to do. And then put your straps on, of course. All right, if my content has given you any value ever, guys, please smash that thumbs up. It does mean the world to me. It does help my channels get discovered, guys. This is an easy project to do. Very simple. I'm gonna show you on a 10-foot stick of conduit, just in case you have to put on a 10-foot stick conduit. Or you can do it on a small stick, 54-inch piece like I just had, or whatever. It's super easy. You can do this every time, and when you bend it, it'll be exactly perfect every time. Let me show you. With a full stick of pipe, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take your Sharpie and you mark right here in the middle of these two pipes. And you're gonna walk all the way over here and do the same thing. Now, when you put this into your bender, both of these, this side and this side is already marked. All you have to do is line them up with your seam and you're done deal. Make sure both of them are sticking up and there's no issues, guys, no issues. Now, obviously if you know how to bend these, You just gotta make sure that you keep your offset up every time and you're fine. But sometimes it's easier, especially on a long piece of pipe, just to mark it so you know. Now, same thing goes for a short piece of pipe. Let's say you had a little short piece of pipe. You can do this, and this is a lot easier with a short piece of pipe, what I just did here. Okay, so with this one, this is actually a little easier, especially with a short piece of pipe. If you don't want to just go down that route. I mean, most people don't take this opportunity to do this, but if you cannot figure it out, all you gotta do, same concept. You're gonna take and you're gonna mark right here. You're gonna put your Sharpie up against the door frame and mark. Let me bring you over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Can you see where I have it marked? And then I'm just holding it just like I'm doing, and I marked right up there at the top. So you can see how both of these marks now are going to be in the top of the bender. So that way you know which way to put it in. So easy. You know, you just mark both ends and then it's flawless. Because this door frame is exactly plumb. Second chance to give me a thumbs up if this is giving you any value, guys. Also, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any videos that I upload. That is an easy way to literally bend conduit. Back-to-back offsets. It works for any offset, but this is just for box offsets mainly. So this video was entitled Box Offsets because a lot of the times you have two boxes, like I showed you on this table, or on a wall, or wherever the case may be. So easy way to do it is that way. Now, I hope this has shown you easy way to do it, several easy ways to do it. You got the wired method, you got the door frame. I mean, just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, guys. Definitely leave me a comment if you want to see something down below. I'm open to any videos as long as they're relevant and they help, because that's all I'm here to do. I love this trade, guys. It's amazing. I'm not going to ramble on, but like and subscribe. If you want to see the best way to make a box offset with math, check right here in the corner. That video will be coming up. I'll meet you in that video. You and I can talk about it. There's a video before that even that tells you exactly all about the bender. If you're not familiar with it, click on that video. I will catch you there. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Have a great day.